I was getting ready for what was sure to be the greatest night of my life. You see, my friend Drew was hosting this half-co-ed party. Half co-ed meaning the boys would leave at 11 p.m., but do you know how much kissing you can get in between 6 and 11? A whole lot. And I had my heart set on Caleb, the poet. He was a senior, a complicated, artsy, muscular senior, which is a rare combination. And I was a junior, a simple, awkward, but finally braces-free junior. And the removal of my oral hardware made it all the more likely that tonight was going to be the night that Caleb and I would lock eyes from across the room. And then we were going to lock lips. And then we'd lock destinies. But so far, despite my best efforts, I had been hopelessly marooned on Friend Zone Island. But I knew that tonight everything was going to change for me. First things first, I needed to look very sexy. So I put on my shortest, tightest, skin-tight dress from Forever 21. Mostly so short and so tight because I had outgrown it 2 years ago. To protect my modesty, I put on some very cool ripped tights and a short sleeve blazer for that job interview ready look. The finishing touch was the only pair of high heels I owned, and they would have been perfect for this outfit if I was going to a Halloween party dressed as a witch. By the time I was done, I looked at my phone to count down the moments until this party, and I saw that it was 8 o'clock! I was already 2 hours late for this party, and I was wasting precious kissing time. But no matter. It's good to be fashionably late. Right? By the time I get there, everybody will be saying, you know, where's Tori? Where's Tori? And then Caleb would be like, yeah. Where is Tori? But I hopped into my Camry and rushed to the party as fast as I could, partially because I was so excited and also partially because my parents don't really like me driving at night. But I arrived at the party in Drew's basement. It's not what you're thinking. Drew had a rich person's basement. So it was fully finished with a giant flat screen TV and an Xbox 360 and lots of nice furniture for cool teens to hang out on. When I arrived at the party, nobody seemed to notice that I was late. But everybody noticed what I was wearing. And I noticed what they were wearing. This was a shorts and t-shirt type of party. But luckily, Caleb hadn't seen me yet, so I rushed upstairs to the restroom as fast as I could and regrouped. Okay. So this was a little much. But luckily for me, I was planning on staying the night that night, so I had a pair of pajamas in my bag. And what is more sensual than pajamas? Do you know what I do in my pajamas? I sleep in my bed. Do you know what else you can do in a bed? Read poetry. Plus, luckily for all of us here tonight, I was going through my Zooey Deschanel I'm so quirky phase, so my pajamas were decorated with bright yellow rubber duckies. Because who doesn't love a lady with a sense of humor? So I went downstairs confidently in my PJs, and this time everybody smiled at me. And I knew why. It's because I was wearing ducky pajamas at a co-ed party! If I looked silly before, now I looked absolutely ridiculous, but it was too late because Caleb had seen me. And I waved and he gave me a rose. So I decided to brush off this minor fashion setback, and I waited by an empty chair. But he never so much as looked in my direction. So I decided it was time to take matters into my own hands. I thought to myself, in movies, people demonstrate sexual prowess through the art of dance. But this is not a dancing party. But they did have Dance Dance Revolution, and I was kind of the DDR kid. So I hop onto the mat, and I turn the techno music up way loud, and I get to stepping. This is how you win boys, ladies. As the song gets faster, I notice that these pajamas are not exactly sweat-wicking. But it's all worth it because Caleb is definitely not even paying attention to me. He's reading in the corner alone. He's reading at a party. Which only made me love him more. So I decided, you know what, fine. It's time to break out the big guns. A 3-step plan based on internet research I had done about how to get out of the friend zone. Here we go. Step 1, greet and compliment the object of your affection. Hi. I like your Morrissey t-shirt. Thanks. Nice ducks. Success! Step 2, establish common interests. So, just shooting in the dark here. Do you, watch television sometimes? Yeah. 2 for 2! Step 3, perhaps the most difficult, but most important to accomplish. Breaking the touch barrier. He looked at me in my eyes, and I looked into his. And he reached for my hand that rested upon his shoulder and promptly removed it. He said he had to go. And as I looked around, I saw all the boys were leaving, and all the girls were setting up their sleeping bags. And I had missed the entire party, chasing after a boy who had 0 interest in me. I decided then and there that it was time to start working on myself. You know, I was done with Caleb forever. The next week at Caleb's poetry reading, I found myself in a dark and smelly place called Swayze's. I watched him as he read poems aloud from a sheet of paper and then destroyed them in a paper shredder. A metaphor for immediacy and the fact that he's cooler than all of us here tonight. And I watched and listened as he read poems about Alex and Shannon, girls who both had boyfriends. And I was totally available. So available! Too available. I watched him, and I listened as the last word of the last poem hung in the air, and then to the hum of the paper shredder as it was destroyed.